Cancers, here are the messages for December 2025. We did it differently this time. I did it differently. I wrote questions to help y'all recap November. So you'll know you aced November, essentially, if you said yes to these questions. So Cancer, for November 2025. Did you feel like others got more nourishment than you this month? Did you honor the truth of how you truly feel and honor if ultimately at the end of the day you don't really care? So let me say that again. Did you honor the truth of how you really feel and honor ultimately if you really didn't care? You know, because ultimately whatever upsets you or got you in your feelings, you could really honor you didn't care about it really, or honor that you had worries of not getting something. That's the only way you could feel about it. You either don't care or you're worried you're not going to get something you want. Okay. Could you get past what you think it's about? Could you get past what you think it was about or what you think it's about? You know, again, getting past what makes you believe, you know, someone's taking something from you, because ultimately what you think it's about is in the way of what you really think, which is you either don't care or you're worried someone's taking something from you. So you got to get past what you think it's about. Again, did you maintain healthy self-esteem without worry? So to all those things, you are going to experience it. You're going to feel how you feel. But if you ultimately reeled yourself back in and accept it, you know, I can actually feel good in this situation because it does not truly affect me. It took a lot of maturity to have that understanding. That's what it really meant. It took a lot of maturity to be honest with yourself, because it's actually good if something hits our immediate emotions, that something you really can't control yourself. You just react how you react. You stick to how you feel about it, even if it's childish or actually against creating harmony. And truly, this is the thing about life. We're supposed to do these things that create these moods in people. Like, and then again, how do you know what you do? How do you know what you're doing does that to someone? You shouldn't be that sensitive, you know. Like, you should be so real. You express yourself, and that's just how they feel, you know. Ultimately, we're not trying to offend nobody. We're just feeling how we feel. Present energy. Great, 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 great. So this game is great. This is a real game right here. Any game that helps you see yourself, pretty much, essentially multiply yourself, you know, access more of yourself. So yes, multiply yourself. Here's the challenge. So now you get to see what it is. You get to see the playing field, the heavy, emotional, subconscious playing field. Our emotional machinery is actually very possible to get a hold on it, you know. And especially do more of this work, you only have a hold of yourself. And this is the work you're doing. It's funny. You're doing this for the inside of yourself, which is helping you do this for the outside of yourself naturally. So you're lining up, unifying, guiding your emotions, helping guide potentially others. So there's the King of Cups. All that card represents is comfortably hanging in there, comfortably sticking to this situation, sticking to this unfoldment, which it's like waking up every second. If you could wake up every second, it would feel irritating, you know, because you have to get comfortable, get your senses readjusted. That's why, whenever I'm sleeping and someone wants me to do something that requires me to get up, what energy is that? Is this... Just give me a second, I'll be up and ready to help you, but I'm still tired as fuck, I hate that it's this simple and plain, truly. Something so simple and plain can produce profound results. And that's why people really don't like readings as much, because they really sum it up. Just, yeah, don't do this. Yeah, don't focus on that. We really take out all the drama in the situation. The readings take out the drama, actually. My readings, at least. I mean, it's... The real drama is you figuring this out for yourself in real time. No reading will ever embody that. You're gonna have to find out for yourself, and how you finding out is always gonna look different because it's your life. It's like a different movie, a different reality, a different universe. All these they talk about parallel universes. Every person is essentially living a parallel world. Same what we observe, but different complete feeling of what they see, right? Outcome. Here is the available mentality. So it goes available mentality, then outcome. So it was what's affecting you, how people see you, available mentality. Here is the outcome. Best outcome. Cancers. So this is another experience of life I realize through living that is actually a normal experience, normal part of life. And it's only good because no one should ever feel like they're more ahead, they're overlapping someone. A big part you see this in is when you're dealing with people older than you or younger than you, and one person wants to feel like they're doing more work or better than the other. They're more advanced, they're more skilled, they're more ahead than the other. And actually, you're supposed to not be skilled. You're supposed to be at your level. No one, if we were who we said we were, it's who we're becoming, Of course, we wouldn't be in the situation if we were who we were, but it's who we're becoming that will get us, that will lead us in that situation, in that different, situation, experience. This is just you simply becoming that person, right? Bringing it from this to this representation of yourself, experience of yourself, handling of your inner world and outer. So it has to be like this because you need the experience to build you up. And that's the whipping. That's the lash part. That's the taking your licks part. Like that's the part you can't prepare for. It's gonna hit you. It's gonna connect. You can't flinch because you don't know where to stiffen and tighten your muscles and prepare. So if you're really doing this work, you're really letting yourself find out. You're really letting yourself be shocked. I mean, who is really going to do this work? It feels like you're having to keep waking up. Someone keeps splashing water in your face. And every second you thought you had it figured out. Another bucket of water in your face. Another bucket of water in your face. Another bucket of water. And it's like every time you get readjusted, your skin gets comfortable. You're not cold and shivering anymore. They just throw the bucket of water right back in your fucking face. And it makes sense. Your challenge is you to keep going through this. And you have to realize you can't take it out. Thank God you realize you can't take it out on no one else. You take it out on yourself through actually presently dealing with what you're dealing with. So I'm appreciating through these messages. It took me a minute to get to this level of even reading, to understand this is a necessary experience. I should be feeling like this because it does mean I'm getting better. I should feel like I'm not good here because it means I'm actually getting better. And it makes sense. You have sevens, 1 7, another 7. This is the third 7. This was the second one, the second 7 actually. So, and the Chariot, which is Cancer, that's another 7. Okay. And what I really believe that means is like personal situation. You have to let the month do what it does to even see how you need to adapt. So same as Gemini's message, you have to trust in not seeking information, trust in it not being understood. You know. One thing I do like about conflict is when you clear it up, you clear up the energy, you clear up the space. And you realize, okay, I'm not even mad. I don't even care to be mad. I'm just trying to get to this point. And then you can let yourself be in the state of becoming while others are in your space becoming also. And then no one's stepping on toes or even feeling like someone's stepping on toes, because we understand life's weird like that when we're all just in a state of becoming, assuming someone's stepping on our toes. When we're all in the state of becoming, we have to feel how we feel, which might zig or zag with how you feel. If you're zigging, they're zagging. Gotta be a G enough to hold down your emotions, though. That's where you're investing. You're investing in not tripping out. You're investing in not taking it outside. You're investing in not putting your business in the street. You're investing in not putting it on Front Street. You're keeping it in the house. Yeah. You're putting your trust back into life. You invest in yourself by trusting back into life that you make sense. So you trust yourself and life at the same time. Playing off each other, damn near. I trust whatever I do, you'll help me correct it or show me I am correct. Whatever you put me through, I'll trust that it will lead me to something correct or help me reveal to someone the correct way, or we can find the correction together. So I need to understand these are possible experiences I can have with a person. They're not just defying me. They're becoming themselves. Or I'm the catalyst to help them get back on that journey to understand we're all becoming, So it is important to be able to go through these emotions because we help them see their emotions through us. We always hear this lesson. It's just another cycle of this fucking lesson of being a role model through others, for others, to others, right? So let me get off the camera, Cancer, because that message is pretty much it. It's really all about how you're going to take this in, because I can only tell you so much. These cards are saying for you, a good investment is investing in handling your emotions and honoring that you're in a state of becoming, so they're not going to be cultivated or the most confident, defined version. And this being the outcome means you're all going to have this gnawing feeling that you're either it's coming from within, you're being defied, or you're having to fight off this irritation. It's really inner emotional irritation. Like, I really, really want this. When it's this card, you're defending it. When it's this card, your emotions are defending. It's like your irritation is keeping this defending itself in your mind. Like, you know, you just having a hard time accepting that this is a necessary experience. Minimizing this would be understanding it's a necessary experience. It's when your emotions are defending themselves and you got to see the truth of them. You know, that's why it's good to get splashed with all this water. You know, no more defenses. Like, all right, I'm up and I'm ready. I just want to get to the point. I just want to get to the point. So all this does, it just helps you not create positions, not create stances. You just wake up and get to understanding how to solve something. Because yeah, this means you're going to come from a emotional woe is me, why is this happening to me perspective. That's your emotion trying to argue for itself. When there's a lesson literally right there on the next, just one step over, you're going to get the lesson. So this is what we're trying to handle, get a handling on this. Everything I'm describing that you have to go through, that's a natural experience you should expect to experience normally. This card, you know, this 4 cups represents how we bum ourselves out of it. Oh, it's this. Oh, I know, yeah, it's this situation. They always do this. Give yourself a little bit more patience and pay attention, an extra second. You'll see something different. So now the requirement is getting past ourself. The roller coaster ride, you have to be this past yourself to get on the ride. You have to be this over yourself to get on the ride. And life is trying to make sure if you're over yourself. So it brings things to you that will reach yourself to help you get over yourself. All right, so if you're ready for the ride, you have to be this much over yourself to get on the ride. Which means if life puts you in a state of feeling like you are still becoming, you're not fully a boss yet, you're not fully certified yet, then get over yourself to get there. Just keep getting over yourself and keep doing the work. Get over yourself, do the work. Get over yourself, do the work. Because you already have the cards. Your challenge is literally just doing it, just being in pursuit, the action of it, the creating of it, the taking, the daily grind of it. And this is your present energy. You already have the recognition of it. Success comes in through this dance, this situation. It looks like you have a chance to unify with these emotions, have a great rapport with these emotions. However, it could be you unifying in your position, your authority. You're able to actually be understood, so, but it went through you having to find out where you're not over yourself to get over yourself. And this being what's affecting you is going to be a whole lot of things that it's probably a lot of potential good things that you really, 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 really want, yet that would make you stick to yourself and not get over yourself. You'd really be desperate for seeking out this outcome rather than getting over yourself and see how you can create a better one. So remember, the challenge is how much can we get over ourselves, really. see more of ourselves. It's weird. There are the messages, Cancer, December 2025.